Hello, I'm Christopher Gibson. I was born in Argentina. At present, I live in the United States. But at one stage of my life, I lived quite close to the Great Falls of Iguazú. And as you see, they are found at the meeting of three countries: Brazil, Argentina, and Paraguay. However, the falls themselves are found between Brazil and Argentina. Here we see a marker that indicates Argentine territory. Here we see the Argentine side, which has about 80% of the falls. One can spend the whole day walking below the falls or above the falls. And these two falls are known as the sisters, or las hermanas. And as you see, we can also use a boat and get wet, which is fine because it's very hot. Or, if not, we can take a helicopter and not get wet and fly over the falls. And these are San Martín Falls, named after one of the liberators of Argentina, Chile, and Peru from Spain back in the 1800s. As the distance to the Devil's Throat is vast, it's convenient to take a train. After the train ride, one needs to take several pedestrian bridges that will lead one to the very top of the Devil's Throat, or known as the Garganta del Diablo. There are 275 falls. The Argentine side is the most stressful, the most adventurous, where the falls are very close at hand, and also hot as it's in the sun. Bear in mind, one is in the tropics. However, the best time to visit the falls is in April, when it isn't as hot and there's less chance of rain. This is looking at the Devil's Throat from a distance, and this is on the Brazilian side. And one sees the Argentine falls from a distance, in the shade, which is a great relief. On the other side of the valley, that is if one chooses to walk. However, one can even take an elevator down to the view of the Devil's Throat. Walk only a short distance to see it. Personally, I think this is the best view of all. Iguazú is surrounded by a vast amount of butterflies, some that may even land on you, beautiful in colors. The blue butterflies are especially impressive. You can also see them gathered massively in one place. From the bridges, looking down into the water, you will see fish. In the surrounding waters, you will see huge fish like the surubí, or the dorado, or the pacu. These are all fish that are found in the neighboring rivers especially. And as you journey in the rainforest between falls, be expected to meet the coati. You may even meet a monkey. In the area are found the jacaré, or the local alligators. And here we see some of the 400 species of birds that are found in the area. This is a water bird known as a chaha, also known in English as a screecher. As you notice, the soil in this area is red. Some miles away from Iguazú are found these beautiful quarries of stones. In talking about Iguazú, we must not leave out the mention of the original inhabitants known as the Guarani. Iguazú, in fact, is a Guarani word meaning big waters. Il is water, Guazú is big. Their heritage has left a mark on society in this part of the world. Think of the linguistic influence, like the words Iguazú, Paraná, Paraguay, Uruguay, and the creatures mentioned, like jacaré, pacu, surubí, chaha. How about papaya and tapioca? In fact, Guarani is one of the national languages of Paraguay. All other languages in the Americas are from Europe. The Guarani embraced the Christian faith through the Jesuits. They were protected from the local Spaniards and Portuguese in these cities known as reduction, who would often take them off as slaves. One of the local cultivations is the mandioca, also known as yuca or cassava, and this was taken by the Jesuits to different parts of the world like Africa and Asia and other parts of America. The flour of mandioca is made to make different things like chipa bread. However, what has most influenced various cultures and countries is the yerba mate. It is drunk as an alternative to tea or coffee. It is drunk in 5 countries in the southern part of South America. However, with immigrants arriving in the late 1800s from Germany and Syro-Lebanon, it has made its way back to their home countries, as well as British Columbia and Canada, where many colonial Germans have migrated. As we see in the following song, where colonial Germans invite people to drink mate.
Soy misionera y me gusta matear, un mate dulce o amargo.
here we see Pope Francis as an Argentine drinking mate himself. Apart from plants like the yerba mate, we have the bottle tree, or the palo borracho, as they say in Spanish, the drunken stick. The cotton attached to the seed make good stuffing for pillows. And here we have the jacaranda, mispronounced in English as jacaranda. This is a beautiful lily plant known as the idupe. The following flower is known as the passion flower, or mburucujá in the Guarani language. It has elements representing the passion of Jesus Christ, the 3 nails, the 5 wounds, and the crown of thorns. There are many varieties, and most have edible fruit. This beautiful flower on a vine attracts insects like flies, which once they crawl in at the center, cannot find their way out. Apart from the Iguazú River, there are several very important rivers that are in the area. The most important being the Paraná River that comes from Brazil and Paraguay and carries on between Paraguay and Argentina and finally reaches the delta together with the Uruguay River. The Guarani people blend their own music with European music along with the instruments of harp and accordion as presented throughout this presentation.